Okay, if everybody can sit down, please. Bring this down to a lull. All right. Hey, it's my pleasure to introduce Olivier Millard. Olivier is Vice President of Metallic Raw Materials and Fasteners Procurement for Airbus France. Olivier will present the Airbus Global Market Forecast. Please welcome Olivier Millard.
Thank you. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, a big thank you first to the ITA. Thank you to the organization, to Jennifer and Anne for making this happen. It's always a great pleasure. It's the third time for me now, and I must say I'm enjoying every year more and more this conference. And I'll be very pleased to speak to you about our progress, about the way we see, of course, the global market forecast, and the way we see it for the titanium community and the titanium family, because we first want to speak about family, and we want to give you a little insight into our Airbus family. The anecdote is we care for our employees' families, and we organize every once in a while some events gathering all employees on a given site and giving their families the opportunity to be close to our products and to deliver a little boost in motivation. You've heard that 2025 is another backloaded year. 2024 was very backloaded, so the employees in Toulouse were very keen on getting a boost in their motivation. This is what happened, and this video to come is the gathering of the product family to honor what we do for our customers and for the entire ecosystem. So enjoy this little video.
Pushback par individual clearance. Quand un avion est clair, il donne le signal « Allez-y, push ». Et dans la foulée, push and start.
Good. See you. Airbus formation, les roulages approuvés.
Service formation en haut, on rappellera. Prêt pour faire les fréquences.
About aviation in general, if it moves on. But first, let me take the opportunity also to make sure everyone knows the Airbus people in the room. So starting with Dominique, our leader for the entire material and parts procurement. I'm procuring the metallic portion for Dominique, and there is also, of course, composite materials, paint, sealants, and spare parts. And last but not least, everyone should know Jean-Benoit, because he's the brain, he's the master of our titanium sourcing at Airbus. So without him, nothing would happen. So aviation for us an irreplaceable force. Why? Just because of what you've just seen. I think it's such an emotion and such a great service that air travel offers for business, for leisure. On the long run, we see this force as being just extremely powerful, which leads us also to kind of the underlying elements to sustain the growth on the long run. Yes, we may face some headwinds in a kind of cyclical GDP downturn, tariffs, but overall some underlying elements are very strong. The world population is growing. The world population is getting wealthier, lives more and more in urban cities. So the need for aircrafts will be there. And that's how we see on the long run up to a 2044 horizon. This is how we project our market forecast. We see that the CAGR would remain at a level of around 3.6% on the global period. Now, in terms of traffic flows, that's also an interesting perspective to take to see where is this growth happening, how is it distributed, and and you see that we see quite a good distribution overall with some highlights. China is of course number one highlight on top of the list, already one of the biggest world traffic and expected to grow extremely strong over the next 20 years. India as number 4 on the list with 8.9% CAGR over the period. This is going to drive a massive demand of aircraft in this country that we have already witnessed, and we have already had a lot of orders over the last 2 years. And last but not least, some very well-established markets like the US and Western Europe are also resisting pretty well in terms of growth. And also in these countries, I will come to that, with the aging fleets, there is going to be a significant need for replacement aircrafts. 2 elements of context before we move on into translating this expected growth into aircraft demand. First, an aircraft of today is about 1.5% more efficient than an aircraft of yesterday, of the former generation, because it's flying more, it's bigger in size, and on average we have increased to 180 seats per flight. And finally, also our customers have been able to optimize their route, their yields, so that we come to a 83% yield factor. You'll tell me, well, Olivier, if this is happening, actually we need less aircraft, so they have become so much more efficient. But this is how I come to the need for the latest generation aircraft. The situation of today is that about 2/3 of the aircraft flying today are still belonging to the previous generation. So there will be an incentive, and I think Jeff, Marty touched that very, very well previously, because of the fuel pricing in the healthy range. This 25% more efficient aircraft in fuel and CO2 emissions correspondingly will be needed and will come into our backlog. And this is the next view. So we see about 25,000 aircrafts out of about 43,000 needed in the next 20 years, 25,000 to feed the growth, but also these 19,000 aircrafts to act as replacement for the aircrafts of today. So a very healthy combination of replacement and further growth, and you see that we hold already, together with our competitor, about 17,000 in our backlog. Now to this distribution of the new needs worldwide. It's fairly consistent, of course, with the traffic flows shown before. One striking element is in terms of wide-body versus single-aisle distribution is the Middle East. The Middle East is very strong on the wide-body segment. Otherwise, what we are witnessing is that overall we are in an 80-20 share between single-aisle aircrafts and wide-body. So now, what does it mean for the Airbus product family? That we have worked at streamlining, at making sure it covers very well all market segments. All these aircrafts enjoying now a very good and very comfortable backlog. I first have to speak, of course, about the A320 family and its latest member, which is the A321 extra long range. No videos this year. This was for last year and the year before, with all the assembly and the flight testing. This aircraft now is flying for real. It's operated by 3 airlines, and we already see the incredible potential of the aircraft. The reality of transcontinental flights for narrow-body costs is there. It's effective. And the great news is that the potential is actually much more. And that's what you see on the picture. It just seems endless when you can perform an 8,700 kilometers flight with such an aircraft. You basically open so many opportunities. So we are very pleased that the aircraft is delivering according to expectations. Iberia is getting 2 more aircrafts before the end of the year. They're enjoying this aircraft, and many more will. And it will take a very great share into the rate 75 that we are targeting for this single-aisle family. Now, from narrow-body to wide-body, a word on the most advanced member of our wide-body family with the A350. A350 being a great family that we tend to view in a somehow restricted fashion as just 2 variants of in this family, with the Dash 900 and the Dash 1000 version. We've actually got much more, and we developed to match our customer needs. For instance, on the one extreme, the A350-900 Regional. On the other extreme, we very recently developed the A350-1000 ultra long haul, so-called Sunrise project, with the promise of a direct flight from London to Sydney. So this is happening now. This is going to be operated by Qantas very soon, and we are very glad about it, that this serves adding more orders to this family. And finally, the A350 Freighter, which is in the making, and this is what I want to focus on now, because this is a novelty. Here we go. More capable, more efficient, of course, because it's based on the platform, which is a recent platform compared to the other cargo aircrafts, wide-body ones. Extremely capable because of its cargo door. It's going to be the largest on the market. So an aircraft that is also getting real. It's not just an artist's view. It's happening now in our facilities. It's all these parts that you see are at the end of our main component assembly process, or just about to enter the final assembly line. So we're expecting to start the assembly by the last quarter of this year, and we are aiming at an entry into service of this aircraft in H2 2027. So I'll take it now from here to the overview, and I'm coming to the 2 most important slides of this update today. First, the overall ramp-up. And conscious of time, I could not plan more and speak more about the A220 and the A330 aircraft, but these are 2 great aircrafts, 2 very strong in their ramp-up profile. You see A220 coming to 14, with some recent orders that have been secured, particularly the Polish LOT order is one that has been extremely valuable, extremely strategic for this program to then sustain this rate 14 for a long time. And also the A330 that we tend to forget, but it's been there for so long, and it will continue to be successful. We recently made the decision to increase the rate from 4 to 5 by 2029, which is a demonstration of its success, a demonstration of our faith in this product, and it's just the faith of our customers. On A320, A350, the rates are unchanged. So I'll come back to a previous comment on targets continue to slide. Our targets do not slide. We are not sliding. We did slide end of last year. We had to make an adjustment on our A320 ramp-up, on our A350 ramp-up. It was communicated in a smooth manner. It's not so smooth for the overall supply chain, and I'll come back to that. But now we are on our trajectory We are extremely confident. We are fixing the issues we've been facing so far. The engine makers issue have been already commented. It's a cyclical matter. It's fully related to some strikes that have happened this year at both CFM and Pratt & Whitney. We are confident that our engine makers are going to recover until the end of the year, and we are geared in our final assembly lines to install all those engines and make sure we hit, as our CEO reiterated in our half-year guidance, we will hit our delivery target for this year. But what matters more, and I think for this community, is what's coming next. The delivery targets of this year, these are aircraft for which the titanium was already produced probably 18 to 24 months ago. What matters is what's coming next, and it is solid. And on the A350 and on the A220, we are working at fixing the Spirit matter, which for us and our confreer has been a very critical matter. We are preparing our acquisition, we are preparing our team, preparing our staff, so that by day one of the acquisition, which is planned to be extremely soon, we'll be ready to take over and making sure that we absolutely have this perimeter under control, and it cannot be a pacing factor for this ramp-up. So the road to 1,000 aircrafts for Airbus is committed. And now to the titanium demand, I come to a very abnormal and bizarre picture. With everything you've seen, 2026 is lower in terms of volume compared to 2025. That looks strange. A couple of comments on inventory adjustments have already been done. This is what's happening for us next year. I've mentioned this A350, A220 program shift from 1 year ago. The consequence of this program shift is what's happening next year. Inventory was high, in all our supply chain was ready for the ramp up, and we see an adjustment, but I want to insist on not being fooled by this picture. It is just an adjustment. I understand that the whole ecosystem, the whole family here will want to make the right inventory adjustment. My message is make it right. Don't make it too strong, because the demand is there, the long-term trajectory is the one I've just described, and it would hit hard if the inventory adjustment is too strong. Before closing, an important matter for us, as every year, is circularity. We have become better. We have become stronger on the matter thanks to Dominic's leadership into also starting to involve our machining houses in being part of our circularity scheme. So we are getting a grip on the titanium revert material, and our objective now is quantified. We want by 2028 to be in control of more than half of the titanium of our programs, to be in a position to decide where to allocate this titanium in the revert scheme. I think I'm not doing too bad in time, and I'll be nevertheless relatively short on the conclusion. Will not reiterate my message. I would just take this opportunity to mention this uncomfortable matter of the counterfeit, because it's a big deal for us. It's a very big deal for Airbus, certainly also for our confreres. The aerospace industry is getting organized for this matter. There is a resilience group that has been created that we will promote. We will be very eager to touch this topic in coming conferences. We are working with our quality teams at trying to scout solutions provided by third parties that could benefit this industry. We believe that this is key, because 99.999% of you are doing a great job to support our industry, to support our success, and we are convinced that we need those solutions because it will protect our operations that do suffer this year from what happened, and ultimately it will protect your reputation to you all with the fantastic job you are doing. So the only thing remaining is to say thank you, to say see you in Toulouse. We are very, very glad that the next ITA will take place in Toulouse. We'll make sure we plan capacity for site tours. There might be maybe not enough capacity to accommodate too many members, so you'll have to register quickly for Jennifer so that we get you on board for these tours. I'm sure we'll have great conversations in Toulouse. Looking forward to seeing some of you there, and happy to take a couple of questions.